Hello, everyone, and welcome to part two of the Star Trek rant, the Star Trek Discovery stab, kill, death that is. So let's continue on, man. Because look. A disclaimer. I'm gonna have to say this. So I've been showing my son the Babylon 5 series. He's never seen it. Okay, and we've been starting off from season one, and you guys know the level of science fiction artistry that is Babylon 5, right? So to watch Babylon 5 and then see these few episodes of Discovery, it's I can say that I'm coming in with a little bit of irateness, expecting good sci-fi writing the way that Star Trek is supposed to be, the way Babylon 5 is, and the way Star Trek used to be. And trying to trying to reconcile that with the type of writing that we're having, these last few episodes. And I'm gonna have to say, man, is early on in the season three, they did have a few episodes, one or two episodes, maybe three, that I'm gonna have to say that I was very impressed by. And I'm wondering though, if in the military we had this saying called um a shine turd is still a turd. So if we've been getting turds, right, and then one of the episodes they shine up a turd and give it to us, you know, and if you have no grounding in no comparison to other good sci-fi, you'll probably think, oh man, this is great. And I'm gonna have to say I kind of fell into that a little bit, but looking back on those few episodes, they were better than their counterparts in the season. But when it's still shiny turds, man. It's still shiny turds. So Stamets is supposed to be the only person who can fly and operate the spore drive. All right, he's got a genetic disposition for this, and that's what we've said. You know, and at first I was thinking to myself, why don't they just replicate the spore drive? They got scanners that's so sensitive that they can look at the specs of the spore drive and recreate it. But Stamets was the key. Now, that gave him a form of uniqueness. The thing, though, that was strange to me is that Stamets was shown to be basically the chief engineer of Discoveries for season one. Okay, after I guess season somewhere in season two, they regulated him to just being the spore drive guy. Even when there was engineering issues, he wasn't able to do it. It was Commander uh I forget her name, but the one with the attitude problem, her, the real sarcastic one, you know? And I thought that was a bit weird. But so they decided to have Booker able to work this machine. Now, I'm gonna have to say, I would think that the mycelial network was way too complicated for somebody just to come in and just straight, eyeball it, eyeball it and jump everywhere they need to go just by feeling it using his empathic powers. I'm gonna have to say that was a plot point. That's some plot stuff right there. Now, the what was his name? Sukal. Now I told you guys in a video prior that they had a problem getting this guy up off the planet. Everybody was about to die, from the radiation from the deuterium planet, and it never occurred to these guys to just beam him up into Discovery or into another ship, with a holodeck that looks like his place. Um, I'm probably thinking that they didn't know the type of reaction that would have with the deuterium planet, but they didn't even know that he was linked to the planet. So, like, come on, man. Worf's brother did it to a whole group of people, man. Moved them from a planet to the holodeck to a whole nother planet without them even knowing about it, man. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. If they just watch Star Trek, if they just watch Star Trek. So, I'm gonna have to say, Burnham as captain. They ended the season with Burnham becoming captain of the ship. I'm gonna have to say she has done absolutely nothing, okay, to become captain of the ship. especially over Saru. You know, like I guess you could say it was leading up to this during the whole 3 seasons of Star Trek. You could say there's one big personal growth arc for Burnham, but come on, man. Like, there's so much they could have done with season 3, man. You know, they could have focused on the politics and everything surrounding bringing the member worlds back in. They could have did all kind of exploration and everything like this. They got a spore drive, man. They could jump to all different unknown parts of the galaxy. They 3,000 years in, they're 1,000 years in the future, man. Like, they had so much potential with this season, man, and they just washed it. They just messed it up. They made it seem like some kind of like Buck Rogers type of, like I always say, man, some kind of Buck Rogers type Star Wars, things, man. It's like the thought in Star Trek was gone. The inventiveness, the the things that make you want to aspire, to go out and become a scientist, go out and become an engineer, become an explorer, like, and I wouldn't even say it was entertaining. Oh man, it was just nonsense. It was just nonsense. This last episode, like I said, really, really pissed me off. I'm gonna have to watch my language from YouTube algorithms. Y'all know what I mean. But overall, man, I think the show should be canceled. I think they should just not even worry about it no more. They should just cancel it. Everything that they have done, uh, with Star Trek over the last few generations, ever since the motion picture where they did that whole Kelvin timeline crap, everything since then has been jacked up. The only saving grace of the new Star Trek is Lower Decks. It seems like they're about the only people who listen to the concerns of the fans. And I'm it's just a bad time for Star Trek. It's just a bad time for Star Trek. And I'm gonna have to say, coming from me, saying to cancel Star Trek, that should say a lot. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. If you like the video, as always, subscribe and click the bell to get more material. But should you watch it? No. No, you should not watch it. You should just cancel it. Cancel the whole CBS All Access thing. That's just cancel it all. I'm gonna have to bootleg Lower Decks because I don't know about paying for all this and no, no. But anyway, what was you guys' thoughts of season 3 of Discovery? Let me know in the comments. And as always, peace recycle, save the whales.